everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex, and in today's video we have episode 4 of Trends, the series in which I let you know whether shoes disappointed me or grew on me after a certain amount of time using them. All of the shoes that we have here have more than 100 kilometers and some of them even way more. We'll come back to that at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Before diving into the 4 shoes we have in today's trend video, let me know, are you interested in a video review of the New Balance 1080 V12? I'm not sure. I don't know if I should do a video review, if I should do an article on metaendurance.com. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a full review video for this one, or just an article, or something else. I can adapt the format. So please let me know. All right, without no further ado, let's dive into today's topic, trends. And let's begin with the shoe that released the first out of the 4, I think. And that's the Adios 6. Actually, I'm not sure, but Adios 6. I liked the shoe from the very beginning, but it wasn't a crush either. I just was surprised because I didn't expect much. And so the first impressions were very good. Last June, I think, when it released, I was fairly happy with it, and yeah, but I sort of put it aside and tested many other shoes, but didn't really come back to it. And then around, I don't know, December, November, I got another colorway, and so I started using it more and more, and it grew on me. It grew on me simply because it's the type of ride that I really like. Nothing too fancy, nothing too exceptional, nothing too extraordinary, but it's a very consistent ride. Some ground feel, a sensation that I appreciate and that we don't have a lot nowadays on shoes in general. I think we should have a bit more ground feel. At least, you know, we should still try not to forget what ground feel is all about. And here you have the forefoot remains cushioned and very dynamic. Yeah, the overall ride, I'm very happy with it. So it grew on me. It started quite high, at least it didn't start average or low, it started quite high, and it kept growing on me. I find this shoe pretty much, I wouldn't say perfect, but spot on many aspects, and I really like it. To be honest, I think this is the type of shoe that everyone should have in their rotation, just because it does everything so well, and without being fancy, without being extraordinary at anything, it just does many things very well. Adios 6, it grew on me. Let's move on to the Vomero 16, a shoe that started very high in my ratings. Reminded me of the Peg Turbo 1, even 2, but mainly 1, a shoe that I really liked, and it didn't disappoint. Stay with me, it's still rated high in my mind as a running shoe, but because I tried other daily trainers, up-tempo shoes like this, which worked better for me, or at least which provided me with some sensations that this shoe is not providing to me, I started using it a bit less. And that actually started after a long run in this shoe, long tempo, around 10K at, I would say, 350, 4-minute pace. You know, good tempo session. And I felt a bit restricted because I think of a bit the weight of the shoe, to be honest, or at least the upper, a bit too much upper action here, a bit too much plushness. And I felt like I wanted to have more, you know, more velocity, and that was maybe my own physical restrictions. But I saw the limits of the shoe, and for some reason I started using it a bit less. I still rate it quite high. I would simply love to have pretty much the same midsole. Okay, I would like to have maybe yeah, maybe a tiny bit more stack, if that makes sense, but let's call it the same midsole and just maybe a thinner, more dialed in upper. I would like it. And let's see if Nike can do it. I have no idea what Vomero 17 will be, or is there going to be a Vomero 17? Let's see. Next we have the Asics Noosa Tri 13, and this is a shoe that started, let's say, average in my rating. It had some good things about it, and for instance, I remember doing a heel rep session in it, and very surprisingly, despite not having the flexiest or the, you know, the most flex in the forefoot, I liked doing it. But that was about it, and I kind of put it aside again. But every time I use this shoe, I feel like it's a very, very good shoe, underrated by myself in my rotation, and I tend to use it more and more. So this is a shoe that definitely grew on me. I think it could be a very good marathon shoe for you out there looking for a marathon non-plated shoe. So yeah, and you know, you need to be aware of the sort of specific geometry, 5mm drop, rockered, quite rockered geometry, that I think will work very well if you have a very long stride, even at faster paces, but probably will not be the best shoe for you if you have very high turnover, or if you are looking for something very, very dynamic at fast paces. Let's call it interval 400 meters, 200 meters. This is like really marathon pace. It shines, endurance runs, it shines. Below that, I think it's a bit firm. It starts to be alive around that marathon pace, tempo pace, marathon pace. And there it shines, like really. So Noosa Tri 13, and Mary has it as well. You know, you saw the review. If you haven't, go check it out, upper right hand corner. And she actually really enjoys it. So yeah, Noosa Tri, I put it even in the description in my favorite shoes, the links to Running Warehouse, if you want to go purchase it. It grew on me. And last but not least, we have the On Cloudmonster. This is the shoe out of the four in which I ran the most. I am probably above 200 kilometers by now in this shoe. And to give you the perfect example, last weekend I went for a run with one of my coached athletes. If you're watching, hey. And we did, I think it was like, I ended around 25K, 24K run with some pickups, 200 meters, 400 meters, 600 meters, 800 meters, twice. And it was just perfect. At the beginning was like, okay, I just had this shoe because I was on a trip and I just had this shoe, but yet it did the job fantastically well. The upper is baggy. Yes, it's not my type of upper, but it works okay, and it could be even better. And with a better upper, this shoe could be an absolute killer. On Running did a great shoe, you know, kudos to On Running. They were criticized, and I think rightfully so, for having very firm shoes, very firm rides. But this is totally different, super versatile, and it grew on me, but it started very, very high, so there wasn't much room to grow, yet it did it, it grew on me. And if you haven't tried it, go to your local store or order it online if you want, but go to your local store. Let's support the local stores as well. And try it, test it, put it on your feet. You will see it's something different, something unique, and something that, again, this run on Sunday, I didn't say just to mention it, was the perfect example of how this shoe still surprises me. I went out and I was like, okay, maybe I will be a bit, slow, or this is not the perfect shoe to do like 200, 400 meters reps, pickups, yet it worked. This is it, Trends episode 4. Let me know in the comments which of the 4 grew on you, disappointed you, and go check out the playlist, the Trends playlist, where you can see the first 3 episodes of the Trends videos. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits, maybe in one of the 4 shoes that are here today. Yeah, that's it guys, take care.